Hey, what's up? Matt Wyatt here. The opponent this week for Mississippi State, Alabama. Big bad Alabama. The challenge rises on up. Bulldogs hosting the Crimson Tide in Starkville. Here's a look at Alabama versus LSU and some things that maybe you need to know coming into this weekend's game.
One of the things early in this LSU game is Bama got themselves in a 3rd and long, and LSU decided to just kind of man it up with a free safety back there instead of going soft zone. They didn't want Bama to catch things underneath on long yardage and with their athletes turn it into a big run, so they just manned it up. Yeah, you have 5-man rush. So 3 down guys are coming, 1 off the edge, 1 off the other, so it's 5 on 5. Hurts does a really nice job, I think, as a sophomore of understanding protections and seeing what defenses are doing. It looks like they're dropping 2 linebackers, but really what it is for LSU, what they did on 3rd and 15, one linebacker's looking up the back in man-to-man, and the other's responsibility, either or, is spy the quarterback. You got man here, you got man here with a safety off screen and man on the other corner. What Bama does is try to cross guys in the middle of the field and get one lost, but LSU covers it. So when that linebacker saw the back in protection, they're actually going 6-man protect, he drops. Hurts is in the pocket, and he's waiting for that crosser to come right here. And man-to-man is just tight coverage, and LSU makes a play to get off the field. LSU got themselves in a 2nd and 9, all backed up back down here next to their own end zone early in the ballgame. Watch the aggressiveness of Alabama. So on the snap, you got a defensive end in a 3-3-5. They're in nickel. This is your nickel back here. And that defensive end is going to force the issue. What LSU's wanting to do is pull their guard, their left guard, on a play-action look here and go shovel pass underneath, knowing Alabama's aggressive and going to run to the football. What happens is the defensive end is so upfield aggressive that when the guard pulls, he sees him and gets confused on who to block. So you see that forcing the issue on the fake, the guard has pulled, and he kind of hesitates. He thinks, okay, is this my guy or am I looking up the guy in the middle? And with his hesitation, he doesn't block anybody, and the aggressiveness of Alabama blows the play up. You see it from behind, watch him pull. 78 took that little hesitation step, but the aggressiveness upfield, if he's supposed to block him, he knows he can't get there now, doesn't know what to do, so rather than going and hit somebody, he kind of just gets confused and doesn't hit anybody. The very next play, there's a lot going on for LSU. They get a route and throw one up for grabs, get lucky, but they get confused again on defensive alignment in their protection by the tight end. What Alabama does is they've gone dime here on 3rd and 9. You really only have technically 1 linebacker in the game. Now, this may be linebacker personnel, but they're putting 4 guys on the front, 1 guy in the middle, and they've got that extra DB, and that's a corner that's walked up because of the formation. When they snap the ball, the route over here is going to have 2 guys getting upfield deep. The route gets blown up, but still they throw it in there. But with the corner coming off the edge, he doesn't have any help back here, and he knows it, so he's reading the back. Same thing with the stand-up defender there. He's looking up the tight end. If the tight end blocks, now he's going to come after the quarterback. So when the tight end turns out, not only does he not block the corner, but the guy who lined up over him is the delay blitzer. Now you see the tight end trying to find him, and he's about to get his quarterback hit. Now, you throw one up for grabs, and sometimes you make a play. Here's 2 deep routes within 3 yards of each other for LSU. Bama DBs have closed this thing down, and in no way, shape, form, fashion do you ever design a play where 2 guys are down the field 3 yards from each other, but sometimes you throw it up there and a guy makes a play. Now, real quick, this is the play where Minkah Fitzpatrick gets banged up for Alabama. It's a 2nd and 7 out near midfield. They go double tights on the boundary, motion a guy across to get him a stack, and they're going to get a runoff deep and then bring him underneath, and the runoff is open one-on-one. You get an underthrow. So they go zone action. The protection is really good. Really good protection here, and one-on-one over here by your tight end's good, but then it's just an underthrow. Could have been a big play, but somewhere in there, Fitzpatrick got banged up, and that has been a worry this week for Alabama fans.
See, here's what I see about Bama's offense. The threats are all over the field. Receivers like Ridley and Judy and those guys, tight ends that they use. Yes, the running game behind that offensive line. But what really takes them over the top in terms of a threat to just control games is the running ability of Jalen Hurts. Are they going to beat some people throwing the ball? Sure, they are. And others are just going to run it right down their throat. But when they meet these teams that physically kind of go toe-to-toe with them, like LSU and A&M and maybe Mississippi State, it's that 4.4 speed of Jalen Hurts that flips the game up on its edge.
An example of the running ability for Jalen Hurts in the run game here. Go a little zone read action. He's going to keep the ball, but they block the defensive end. So what it tells you is with 3 down and 4 linebackers in the ball game against 3-4, what they're doing, they're treating this like the in-man line of scrimmage, even though he's off. You're going to block there, and I think quarterback is either reading him. It could be a straight run, but I think he's reading that guy who's off the line. And it's a good read because when he saw him jump down inside of the defensive end, he pulls a football, is going to come out here and make a play with his legs. And that's what you get. He's not an average runner. He's way above average. So on the cutback, he got that defender back out trying to catch up, and now he's gone up the chute. Watch it from behind. He's going to read him. Here's your mesh happening. They're blocking here on the end. They're treating him like the in-man on the line of scrimmage. He steps inside. It's a keep by the QB. Teases him out, and now he's gone. Now here's an example of 3rd and 10 in the ball game, and LSU's turning up the heat. They go 3 down. You can't quite see. They're all mixed in there, but there's 3 down linemen, and you got 4 guys standing up there. So they're in a 3-4. Quarterback can see that clearly, and he knows it's man with a free safety back here off screen on this 3rd and long. Now, they've got 7-man protection, a back, a tight end, and 5 guys staying in. LSU's only bringing 5, but they get pressure. So shotgun, they're running stuff down the field. He's taking 5 steps out of the gun. And again, you got 7-man protect versus 5 rushers. And Arden Key comes in there free to start to flush him. But if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers for Alabama. And it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man rush. 5 on 7, LSU gets pressure, flushes him out of there. But again, Hurts has the capability to make a bunch of guys miss and can hurt defenses even when you do things right. Just doesn't quite get to the sticks on this play. Okay, later in the game, here's LSU in a 3rd and 5, and they go 4 wides, 2 by 2, quarterback and shotgun. And Alabama defensively does something that we've seen Mississippi State do all year long, and that's line up in one coverage, bring a late or a blitzer off the hash from deep, and rotate it. So they're going to come off the hash on his edge and rotate it from a cover 2 look to what's going to be a man free. Now, on the snap of the ball, he's got plenty of blockers. The back is staying in. You got 6 guys back here. They are initially bringing 5, going to bring a 6th guy late, but you have plenty of blockers, and that blitzer on that side's picked up. But because he's coming with such urgency, quarterback just kind of freaks out a little bit and pulls the ball down on 3rd and 5. Now, he's got an option here. It's going to be tight, but you have to stand in there and get that ball out to somebody. He's making an early decision to try to run. Now, I know I'm looking at a lot of 3rd downs, but these were key in this game. 3rd and 5 for Alabama. LSU gets off the field by only rushing 4 players. Bama's getting complicated here with the route. They motion the tight end across. What the route is going to do is mesh with the backside guy in the underneath. They're going to curl on top past the stick and try to slip him out, kind of wheel route-ish over there on the sideline to get him lost. Snap of the ball, you have 4 guys coming, 3 down, 1 linebacker there in a 3-4. The mesh with the underneath coverage of dropping everybody gets blown up, right? It gets thrown off. Initially, Hurts takes that deep drop, and he's already thinking, I'm going to get this tight end one-on-one over here on the sideline. What happens is the LSU defender does recover, and they don't have a place to throw it in there. The deal is if the ball's out right now, he catches it and makes a 1st down. Instead, he waits and tries to hit him on the big play, and the DB has recovered, and he doesn't give him a window. Now, here's an example of what you can't do against Alabama, and that's bust and basic blocking stuff on the line of scrimmage in the run game. They line up with 2 tight ends on this side, motion a guy across, and just running kind of old-fashioned power football here to the 2 tight side. Tight ends coming back across, but what they're trying to do here is block it play side, and the guard and center run into each other. You got center who's trying to step to his right to get to this guy. You got guard who he lined up over who's going the other way. So the guard and the center bang into each other right there. You see the guard's helmet. He's trying to get this way. Center runs into him, can't get over to the defensive tackle. So you essentially have a bust where the tackle is unblocked on a 1st and 10 run play. Now watch something that Jalen Hurts and Alabama do against LSU with this. It's a 4-man front, but only 3 have their hands down. They're going to go like old midline option and unblock the defensive tackle who's lined up over the guard. So it'll be double team, guard and center blocking back this way, here to here, and they're blocking the end. And the only play side blocking responsibility is the tackle blocking that end. So they're not going to block that guy, and he will read that defender with a mesh. So ball snap, his eyes are here. They have not blocked the guy that's 3 yards away. Double here, here, and you see they're one-on-one back here. So what Jalen Hurts is looking, where's he going? If he steps out, ball is given back this way. But instead, he's slamming down. He's going to pull the football and run right behind it. So once that goes that way laterally, and this block is happening, look at the hole. It doesn't get much bigger than that. So compare that to what they did against Arkansas. Check it out. The same exact front, 3 down, and the 4th guy standing up. They're going to block it exactly the same way. Tackles out on the end, double on the nose, everybody blocking play side. And this time, the defensive tackle who's unblocked reacts a little differently. On the snap of the ball, the quarterback's eyes are on him. He has stepped this way. Now the ball is going to be given to the back. They're totally reading, like the old midline stuff, an unblocked defensive tackle. You give, and here's the unblocked defender coming down the line, but he can't close it fast enough for this Alabama running back to get to the second level. Gets there, makes one guy miss in the secondary, and hits his head on the goalpost.
So there's a short little look at Alabama, just a few plays from last week's game for them against LSU that kind of illustrate where they are, the things they did in that game, closer win than some people thought. Now on the road for the Crimson Tide in Starkville on Saturday night. Should be interesting. Maybe it'll be fun. We'll see. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, I have things like this just about every day here on my Facebook page, plus my vlog. So like my Facebook page, would you? Follow it. That way you see those things when I post them daily. Have giveaways going on as well. Check those out. And find me on Instagram and Twitter as well. Follow me there. I am Radio Wyatt. All right. See you next time.